AI is unequivocally something that has potential to be dangerous to the public, and therefore should have a regulatory agency, just as other things that are dangerous to the public have a regulatory agency.
So liability simply doesn't work as a deterrent. And so we have the Federal Drug Administration, which says before you can sell a medicine, you have to prove that it doesn't kill people. And if you can't say, oh, it's too difficult, or it's too expensive. We want to do it anyway. The FDA will say, well, no, sorry, come back when you can.
Companies effectively achieve regulatory capture of government.
We become the chickens or the monkeys in their presence.
But let me tell you, the problem with this is that the government moves very slowly. Usually the way a regulatory agency comes into being is that something terrible happens. There's a huge public outcry. And years after that, there's a regulatory agency or a rule put in place.
Researchers have discovered for how do you make AIs behave is something called RLHF, reinforcement learning with human feedback. But essentially it's just advanced clicker training, like for a dog, and like bopping the AI in the nose when it gets something wrong. So imagine trying to take a 9-year-old and clicker train them or bop them in the nose. What are they going to do? As soon as you leave the room, they're going to not do what you ask them to do. And that's the same thing here, right? We know how to like help AIs align in like short-term things, but we have no idea. There's no research on how to make them align in a longer-term sense.
Just imagine if we created a race of people that were 10 times smarter than all of us. Like, how would we live with those people? They're 10 times smarter than us, right? Like, they begin to talk about things we don't understand. They begin to want things we don't understand. They begin to view us as obstacles to them, to their solving those problems or gratifying those desires.